Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. My name's Carly and I'm a digital artist drawing on the iPad with Procreate. The iPad I'm using is the iPad Pro 12.9 inch and I'm also using the second generation Apple Pencil. I'm going to be sharing 8 tips to becoming a better digital artist. So I did leave a poll on my Instagram and on my YouTube and this video was really highly requested, so I hope that these tips help you. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to keep up with videos that I post. So yeah, let's just jump straight into this video. So I'm going to start by opening up Procreate. And I think I'm just going to use this drawing here as my example base for like showing you everything. So the first thing I want to share with you is something called color fill. So if I bring up my layers, I'll just have this hair layer selected, for example. If I click it again, it'll bring up this list. So if I just click select, just down the bottom here, you've got color fill. So if I click on color fill, now whichever color is selected up here, it will change that whole layer to that color. And it's really cool because it's such a fast way of just changing colors and seeing what looks good. But if you come up to the little color circle at the top here, you can also move your brush around on the grid. So I've just got it on classic here. It's just such a quick and easy way to help you choose colors. So yeah, that's one of my favorites. And I'm just going to click 2 fingers to undo that. The next tool I love is Liquify. So I'm just going to select the hair layer again for this. And then if I go up to the adjustments tool, you come down to Liquify. And then I always have it on push and then I adjust the size here. And I don't usually play around with anything else. So if I just zoom in. So if you push the pen on the page, you can see that it's like pushing the hair. So if I kind of decided I wanted the bun a little bit bigger, I could just use this Liquify tool to move it. And you can also select like multiple layers, so you can select the hair shadows as well and the hair light so that all the layers move together. So if I go back to Liquify, see now the shadows and the highlight move with the hair. The next tool that I really love is called the warp tool. So if I just click on the select tool at the top there, at the bottom here you've got like freeform, uniform, distal and warp. I'll just show you warp for now because that is one of my favorites, but I do like using these two as well sometimes. But for warp, you have the ability to like, it's a bit like the Liquify tool actually, but you can move things around and like adjust it. So as you can see, you can just bend it different shapes and like, sorry, sometimes my pen just doesn't want to work these days. But yeah, I just think that's a really cool feature if you want to adjust things again. The next thing I really love to do, which is usually at the sketch stage, so before I start putting all the colour down, is I will flip the canvas. So come up here to actions, go to canvas, and then flip horizontal. So usually when you flip the canvas, it helps like your eyes see any little errors that might pop out. The face might look a little bit wonky or something might just look off. So this is like the time to adjust that and like correct it before you go into the colour. The next thing that's really cool is clipping mask. And I have used it here on the headband. So basically if you make a new layer above something, it will bring up this little down arrow, which means this layer is now clipped to this layer beneath it. So whatever you draw on this layer will not go outside of this one. So if I just use like this blue colour, for example. Oops. So as you can see, when you draw in lines, it would only stay on the headband. So it clips it to that one, basically. And to get that, you just click on the layer and you just put it to clipping mask. That one automatically did it because that one is already there. But yeah, so you just go here and clipping mask. But I'll just delete that one. So as you can see, this one is on clipping mask. If I took clipping mask off, I don't know why there's a dot up there actually, but anyway, let's just put that back. Another thing that's really cool is the reference box. So if I just bring up actions, you have reference here. So if you click on this, it'll bring up this little reference box. And this you can move around the canvas. And then it's really cool because if you're like working on like, I don't know, draw it in the style challenge, you can have the image there and then you can like zoom into your actual canvas without moving the picture that you're copying from. And so it's really cool, and you can actually insert an image from your photos if you're using a reference of something. But this canvas just brings up what you're working on. So you can see the full picture whilst you're working up really close, and you can see it happening as you're drawing up really close. So I think that's like such a cool feature on Procreate. I love it so much. Another thing is erasing with the same brush that you have just used to draw. So I've just done that with the dry ink brush, and now if I want to erase with the dry ink brush as well, you just tap on the eraser and hold it down. And then it just said there, erase with current brush. So as you can see, the texture's there, it's erasing with the dry ink brush. And if I tap that, it will actually bring up all the brushes that you can erase with, and you can see it's on the dry ink brush. So it's a really fast way just to, like, if you were using texture and you wanted to erase something but you wanted to keep that texture there, it's just a really fast way to get to the same brush without trying to find it in the list. Okay, and the last thing, which is a really fun thing to look at, is your time tracked. So if you come to actions, go to canvas and then click on canvas information, and then you click on statistics. This will give you your tracked time for your illustration. So as you can see, this is 2 hours and 33 minutes. So it's just a really fun thing to look at if you're interested in like knowing how long an illustration has taken you. So yeah, those are my 8 tips on becoming a better digital artist. These things will just help you have a better workflow and just, yeah, become better overall. So I hope they've helped you. Thank you so much for watching my video today. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye!